So we're having a ride along with our friend Trooper Gray today, Wyoming Highway Patrol, kind of getting a feel for what his everyday life is like, and some of the different things that he comes upon in his day-to-day routine, and trying to learn a little bit more about his world. So what's like a typical day go like for you?
Well,
is there such a thing as a typical day?
I would say no. Days like today, it's really hit or miss. Either it's quiet and you're just checking on motorists, stranded motorists and whatnot, or responding to crashes constantly all day.
Yeah, the crashes part would seem to me to be like one of the hardest things to deal with, especially when you're looking at somebody's family, especially if it's a more serious accident.
It is, for sure. Probably the biggest thing when I think of like events are the fatal crashes that we see. It's a constant struggle. Yeah, just seeing the wreckage of whether it's distracted driving, impaired driving, or whatnot. For me, that's certainly the hardest part of the job. Just mentally dealing with that and reliving it at times. You show up on a different crash, and the first thing you think about is the last big one that you had.
So how hard is it to compartmentalize something like that when you're not on duty? Something that's just really hard to shake, I would imagine.
Yeah, especially when you have smaller kids. I have kids ranging from 5 to 16. So really the whole gamut there. When you see people lose loved ones, in a crash that could have been avoided, you always think about your own family when you're going through that. As far as on the job, it's pretty, I don't want to say easy, but you kind of go into that automatic mode, it's not until afterwards, or maybe when you're driving home, where it hits, or you're talking to the family, or giving that notification, that it kind of sinks in, There's no easy way to tell somebody, that they've lost someone in a crash.
So what's like the biggest misconception you think that people have about what you do?
I think the biggest misconception is people think we're out to get them, where that's not the case. Yes, one of our primary functions is to go out and enforce the law. We're not out there to collect money. We certainly don't get a take on,
So there's no quota?
No, there's no quota. And that's definitely been a misconception in the past, which is unfortunate.
So what's the challenge like with the manpower issues that you guys deal with, as far as trying to cover all your bases with maybe not as many bodies as you would like?
Yeah, it is. It's a struggle. Sometimes we're trying to do the job. One or two people when we could use 3 or 4 or 5. Natrona County is a pretty big area. A lot of ground to cover. So I guess the best word to describe it would be exhausting at times.
So when you see vehicles out on the highway like now, other than watching for other obvious speed infractions and everything, or dangerous driving, is there anything about a vehicle that is like a sign that there's something else going on? Like inherently?
Are you referring to the California plate?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. You're reading my mind. See, mind-reading capabilities with Trooper Gray.
It's one of those things where, the behavior of the driver is usually the biggest indicator that you can get. There's throughout the years, there's been telltale signs of whatever, let's call it drug trafficking. But they change their MOs as we change things. So I don't think there's any one specific thing that you can look for that's going to tell you that. So your California plate number.
Yeah.
And people
are,
right? I know. And then I got a lot of guys, that pull over. Oh, you pulled me over because I got Colorado plates. No, I pulled you over because you're going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit.
And you look like Cheech and Chong. There's that. So I had a car salesman tell me once that red cars are more likely to be pulled over for speeding. Any truth to that?
I don't think so. I remember actually as a teenager that my dad told me that you know, your insurance rates are higher if you have a red car.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I don't think there's any truth to it. I'm sure the insurance company wouldn't tell you anyways, right? But no, I don't know that a red car catches my eye any more than, you know, the next color.
Maybe people that like red are more likely to speed.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the ticket.